Hi there students, welcome back to another video lesson. So after our lesson in week 3, which is illustrating and simplifying rational algebraic expressions, for this particular week, so ang pag-aaralan lang po natin is the operations on rational algebraic expressions. As you can see, yung una po nating operation will be multiplication and then division. It's because yun po kasing multiplication and division, madali po siyang ituro kesa sa addition and subtraction. Kasi sa multiplication and division, as long as familiar ka dun sa mga factoring techniques, so mas madali ang pag-solve ng mga rational algebraic expressions. Though sa addition and subtraction, so ma-apply din naman yung mga factoring techniques, kaya lang medyo nagkakaroon ng confusion among students kapag addition and subtraction na yung operations. So let's start. So for our lesson objective, of course, we will be multiplying rational algebraic expressions. So let's have a short activity. Multiply the following rational numbers. So as you can see, yung ating mga given ay mga fractions. It's because fractions are considered as rational numbers because they can be written in the form of a over b. So wherein b should not be equal to 0. So i-rewrite lang natin tong number 1. And then we will do cross multiplication. So may common factor ang 3 tsaka 15, which is 3. So, greatest common factor ng 3 and 15, that is 3. So, 3 divided by 3, that is 1. 15 divided by 3, that is 5. What about 2 and 5? So, wala po silang greatest common factor other than 1. Okay. So, i-multiply lang natin yung mga remaining factors. So, that is 1 times 2, that is 2. 5 times 5, that is 25. So, as you can see, 2 over 25 ang ating sagot, simplified na po siya. So, ito po kasi yung advantage ng pagka-cross multiplication natin. At least, pag final answer na, naka-lowest term na agad. So, make sure lang na habang pwede pa siyang i-factor, so meron ka pang nakikitang common factor sa mga numbers, so, i-cancel mo pa rin. So, para at least, pag final answer na, yun na. Next. Negative 7 over 20 times 6 over 49. So, write lang natin. So, yung negative 7 and 49, ang greatest common factor nila is 7. So, negative 7 divided by 7, that is negative 1. 49 divided by 7, that is 7. Next. What about 6 and 20? So, the greatest common factor of 6 and 20 is 2. So, if we divide 6 by 2, that is 3. 20 by 2, that is 10. So, as you can see, so yung 3 tsaka 10, wala na silang common factor, kundi 1. Yung 3 tsaka 7, wala na din. So, i-multiply lang natin yung mga remaining factors. Negative 1 times 3, that is negative 3. And then 10 times 7, that is 70. So, our final answer will be negative 3 over 70. So, mahalaga na na-review natin yung mga rational numbers. It's because gagamitin po natin yan sa ating main discussion sa pag-multiply ng mga rational expressions. So, multiplying rational algebraic expressions. In multiplying rational expressions, we follow the same process in multiplying rational numbers. So, kagaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, kaya ako kayo ni-review sa rational numbers sa pag-multiply, it's because same process lang din po kasi ang gagamitin. So, ang pinagkaiba lang dito, rational expressions na sila. So, at meron na po silang mga variable. Okay. For all rational expressions, so as you can see, A over B times C over D, that is AC over VD. Again, ang pagmumultiply po natin ng rational numbers or rational expressions, numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. Wherein, B should not be equal to 0 and D should not be equal to 0. So the reason behind that is that magiging undefined po kasi yung ating sagot. So here are the steps in multiplying rational algebraic expressions. First one, factor completely the numerator and denominator. So we have there the word factor. So we will be applying factoring techniques if possible. And then, we divide out common factors. So that's the time na pwede na po tayong mag-cancel. So once na na-factor na po natin yung mga terms ng expressions. And then, multiply the remaining factors to both numerator and denominator. So after nating mag-divide or mag-cancel out ng mga common factors, ang last na gagawin natin is i-multiply natin yung mga remaining factors. So again, ang pag-multiply pa rin po, numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. So let's have example number 1, 16a to the 4th power all over 5b squared times 15b cubed all over 32a to the 6th power. So i-write lang natin yung given. Okay. And then, para hindi po magulo yung solusyon natin, so ika-cancel lang muna natin is yung mga numerical coefficients. And then yung mga may variables, tsaka na lang po natin sila pakialaman. So dito muna po tayo sa 16 tsaka 32. So yung greatest common factor or GCF ng 16 and 32, that is 16. So if we divide 16 by 16, so 1 na lang po yun. 32 naman by 16, that is 2. What about 15 and 5? So obviously, yung greatest common factor is 5. So 15 divided by 5, that is 3. 5 divided by 5, that is 1 na lang. So i-rewrite natin yung mga sagot natin. So 3a to the 4th power b cubed all over 2a to the 6th power and then b squared. Now, so we apply quotient rule. So, sa laws of exponents, so ima-minus natin, isusubtract natin yung mga same bases. So, magiging ganito po siya nun. 3 over 2, and then a raised to 4 minus 6, b raised to 3 minus 2. So, our final answer, 3b all over 2a squared. So, yung a po, nasa denominator po siya. It's because 4 minus 6, that is negative 2. And then, kapag mga negative exponents, kailangan po natin i-move from numerator to denominator para maging positive yung exponents. So, this will be our final answer. So, let's have example number 2. X plus 3 times 7 all over x squared minus 9. So, dito po gagamitin na po natin yung mga factoring techniques if possible. Okay. So, dito, yung x squared minus 9. So, pwede po natin yung i-factor using difference of two squares. So, yung factor po niyan, that is x plus 3 tsaka x minus 3. So again, pag difference of two squares, pareho lang po yung mga terms. Pinagkaiba lang po is yung sign. So i-rewrite na natin. So after po natin siyang i-rewrite, pwede na po tayong mag-cancel out, mag-divide ng common factors. So as you can see, yung x plus 3, pwede siyang i-cancel. And then, sa denominator, x plus 3. So, ang pagka-cancel po dapat, yung isa po dapat nasa itaas, sa numerator, tapos yung isa po dapat nasa baba. So, kapag magkatapat po sila, parang numerator, parang denominator, hindi po natin pwedeng i-cancel. So, ang gagawin lang po natin doon is, i-multiply po natin siya. So, using FOIL method. So, kung binomial to binomial siya. So, and then, yung natira, i-write lang natin. That is 7 all over x minus 3. So this will be our final answer. So let's have number 3. So 6y minus 15 all over 4y plus 12 times 7y plus 21 all over 2y minus 5. So ang gagawin lang po natin dito is i-apply po natin yung greatest common monomial factor. So i-factor po natin yung pwedeng i-factor. Like for example, yung 6y minus 15, 4y plus 12, tsaka 7y plus 21. So para mas madali, ipakita ko siya sa inyo. So 6y minus 15 muna. So ano yung GCF ng 6 tsaka 15? That is 3. So 3 ang ilalagay natin sa labas kasi yun yung common factor. And then para makuha yung term sa loob, 6y minus 15, i-divide natin sa 3. So 6y divided by 3, that is 2y minus 5. What about 4y plus 12? So the greatest common factor of 4 and 12, that is 4. So 4 sa labas, and then 4y plus 12 divided by 4, that is y plus 3. And then yung 7y plus 21 naman, so 7y plus 21, so ang GCF po is 7. So 7 times 7y divided by 7, that is y. 21 divided by 7, that is 3. What about 2y minus 5? So ang GCF po nila is 1. So yan na po yun. So, hindi na po natin pwedeng i-factor pa. So, i-rewrite lang natin yung mga nakuha nating mga sagot. So, para mas makita nyo ng malinaw. So, 3 times 2y minus 5 all over 4 times y plus 3 times 7 times y plus 3 all over 2y minus 5. So, ngayon, pwede na po tayong mag-cancel. So, yung 2y minus 5 dito, pwedeng i-cancel. Tsaka yung nasa denominator. As well as yung y plus 3 na nasa numerator. Tsaka y plus 3 na nasa denominator. Now, yung mga natira, so, i-multiply lang po natin. So, 3/4 times 7 over 1. So, 3 times 7, that is 21. All over 4 times 1, that is 4. So our final answer will be 21 over 4, or we can convert it into mixed number. So that is 5 and 1/4. So this will be our final answer. So let's have number 4. 2a plus 6 all over a squared minus 25 times 4a plus 20 all over 3a plus 9. So, gagawin ulit natin yung process kanina. So, isa-isahin natin silang i-factored and then isulat natin sila ng minsanan. So, para mas madali. So, dun muna tayo sa 2a plus 6. So, anong GCF ng 2 tsaka 6? That is 2, di ba? So, kapag dinivide natin yung 2a plus 6 sa 2, ang lilitaw na term sa loob ng parenthesis, that is a plus 3. Okay, so I hope nagiging clear sa inyo yung common monomial factor. So, and then a squared minus 25 using factoring of difference of two squares. So, magiging square root of a squared, that is a, and then square root of 25, that is 5. So, ang factors niya, a plus 5, a minus 5. Again, regardless dun sa order, nauna mong sinulat ang a minus 5 sa a plus 5, okay lang. So, as long as yun naman yung talaga yung mga factors. And then, 4a plus 20. So, ang greatest common factor nila is 4. And then, 4a divided by 4, that is a. 20 divided by 4, that is 5. And then, finally, 3a plus 9. GCF is 3. 3a plus 9 divided by 3, that is a plus 3. So, ayan po, na-factor na po lahat natin ang pwedeng i-factor. So, i-rewrite lang natin ngayon. Ayan, mas malinaw po kasi siya kapag iniisa-isa po natin. So, ayan. So, pwede na po tayo mag-factor, mag-cancel out ngayon. So, a plus 3, a plus 3, a plus 5, a plus 5. And then, yung mga natira, kailangan po nating i-multiply. So, 2 times 4, that is 8. All over 3 times a minus 5. So, wala po tayong iiwan na nakaparenthesis. Lahat po, kailangan po nating i-multiply. So, that is 8 all over. So, yung 3, i-distribute natin sa a minus 5. That is 3 times a, 3a. 3 times negative 5, that is negative 15. So, our final answer is 8 all over 3a minus 15. Example number 5. R squared plus 2r all over 2r minus 5 times 4r squared minus 20r plus 25 all over 3r squared minus 12. Okay, so ang pwede lang po nating i-factor dito is yung r squared plus 2r, yung 4r squared minus 20r plus 25, and then yung 3r squared minus 12. So, pakita natin. Ayan, so ano po yung greatest common monomial factor ng r squared plus 2r? That is r. And then, r squared plus 2r divided by r, that is r plus 2. Okay? And then, yung 4r squared minus 20r plus 25, we can factor this expression using perfect square trinomial. Okay? So, extract natin yung square root ng 4r squared, and then follow natin yung sign ng middle term, and then extract natin yung square root ng last term. So, that is square root of 4r squared, that is 2r. Minus, kasi follow the sign of the middle term, and then square root of 25, that is 5, and then squared. So, check natin kung lilitaw yung middle term. So, hindi po kasi sapat lang na na-extract yung first term tsaka yung last term. So, kailangan din po nating i-check yung middle term kung ma-obtain kapag ganito ang ginawang process. Like, for example, 2r times negative 5, that is negative 10. And then, twice the product nga, magiging negative 20r. As you can see, lumitaw naman po yung negative 20r. So, ito pong factor na to, tama po. Next, 3r squared minus 12. So, ano po yung greatest common monomial factor ng 3r squared minus 12? That is 3. And then 3r squared minus 12 divided by 3, that is r squared minus 4. So, wait, there's more. So, kailangan din po nating i-factor pa yung term na nasa loob ng parenthesis. It's because factorable pa po siya. So, hindi ibig sabihin na na-factor na natin once, hindi na po pwedeng i-factor ulit. So, dito, pwede natin siyang i-factor using difference of two squares. So, that will become 3 times, so square root of r squared, that is r, square root of 4, that is 2. So, r minus 2, tsaka r plus 2. So, ito pa lang po talaga yung factored form ng ating given. Now, rewrite natin. So, r times r plus 2 all over 2r minus 5 times quantity of 2r minus 5 squared all over 3 times r minus 2 times r plus 2. So, saka na po natin i-cancel yung mga common factors. So, r plus 2, ano pa? 2r minus 5. So, dito po sa 2r minus 5 squared na to, tatanggalin lang po natin yung 2 kasi 1 na lang po. And then, i-rewrite natin yung mga natira. R times 2r minus 5 all over 3 times r minus 2. So, yung final step po natin, kailangan po natin i-multiply lahat. So, dapat po wala pong parenthesis kayong makikita sa final answer. So, r, distribute natin, r times 2r, that is 2r squared. R times negative 5, that is negative 5r, all over 3 times r, that is 3r, and then 3 times negative 2, that is negative 6. So our final answer will be 2r squared minus 5r all over 3r minus 6. So I hope it's clear, ha? So let's have example number 6. 2m minus 12 all over m squared minus 3m minus 18 times m squared plus 6m plus 5 all over m squared plus 7m plus 10. So, ayan. 2m minus 12 muna tayo. So, yung GCF is 2. And then, 2m minus 12 divided by 2, that is, ayan, m minus 6 po ang hinahanap natin. And then, yung m squared minus 3m minus 18, tsaka yung mga natitira pang mga terms. So, pwede po nating i-factor lahat yan using general quadratic trinomial. So, una muna, m squared minus 3m minus 18. So, what are the factors of negative 18 that when added will give a sum of negative 3, the coefficient of the middle term? So, that is negative 6 tsaka 3. So, sulat natin m minus 6, m plus 3. So, ang technique lang po dito, tignan natin yung middle term. And then, yung pinakamataas dun sa factors ng c, yun ang magiging sign. Okay, so masusunod yung sign nung mataas na factor dun sa dalawa. Next, m squared plus 6m plus 5 equals, so dito, ang factors ng 5, 1 tsaka 5 lang. So kapag pinag-add natin ng 1 tsaka 5, lilitaw ang 6. So that is m plus 1 times m plus 5. Next, m squared plus 7m plus 10. So the factors of 10 are 5 and 2. So if we add 5 and 2, that is 7. So m plus 2 times m plus 5. So and then we rewrite. Okay, next. So, comment down below po kapag napapangitan po kayo sa sulat ko. Okay? So, and then, cancel na natin yung mga common factors. M minus 6, M minus 6, M plus 5, M plus 5. So, yung mga natira, 2 times M plus 1 all over M plus 3 times M plus 2. So, multiply po natin. 2 times m, that is 2m. 2 times 1, that is 2. All over. So, itong m plus 3 tsaka m plus 2, imumultiply po natin using FOIL method. So, first muna, m tsaka m, that is m squared. And then, pagsamahin natin yung product ng O, yung outer tsaka inner. So, m times 2, that is 2m. And then, 3 times m, 3m. So, kapag inad natin yung 2m tsaka 3m, that is 5m. And then, last terms, 3 times 2, that is 6. So, this will be our final answer. So, for the last example, k squared minus 10k plus 9 all over k squared minus 1 times k plus 4 all over k squared minus 5k minus 36. So, using general quadratic trinomial, so yung k squared minus 10k plus 9, so ipa-factor natin siya. So, what are the factors of 9 that when added will give a sum of negative 10? So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung constant term natin positive and then yung middle term negative. So, kapag ganyan po, so, okay lang po yun kasi kapag nag-isip tayo ng factors and then minultiply natin yung dalawang negative na yon, lilitaw pa rin po yung positive na product. So, ang factors ng 9, that is k minus 1 times k minus 9. So, negative 1 times negative 9, that is positive 9. So, negative 1 plus negative 9, that is negative 10. So as you can see, kahit na parehong negative yung sign ng ating mga terms, nakuha pa rin po yung product na positive 9. Next, k squared minus 1, that is using difference of two squares. So that is k plus 1 times k minus 1. So isa sa mga madaling factoring techniques ang difference of two squares. Okay. Next, k plus 4, retained lang po yan. So, kasi hindi na natin pwedeng i-factor pa. And then, k squared minus 5k minus 36 using general quadratic trinomial. Okay, so what are the factors of negative 36? That when added will give a sum of negative 5, the coefficient of the middle term. So, that is negative 9 and 4. So, negative 9 po. Negative po yung 9 because yung middle term po kasi natin is negative. Okay. So, and then, rewrite lang natin. So, kaya po madali po yung multiplication. It's because yun nga po, yung mga factoring techniques po kasi. Kasi kapag addition and subtraction na po kasi, kukunin po natin yung LCD, yung least common denominator, and then, meron pa rin na-apply yung factoring technique. So, dito po kasi sa multiplication and division, hindi po required yung LCD. So, ang technique lang po talaga dito is yung factoring. So, cancel po natin yung mga common factors. K minus 1, K minus 1, K minus 9, K minus 9, K plus 4, plus K plus 4. So, as you can see, dun sa numerator, wala pong natira. So, kapag wala pong natira sa numerator or denominator, wag po nating sasabihin na 0. So, kapag ganun po, understood po, 1. So, our final answer will be 1 all over K plus 1. So, akala kasi ng iba kapag may, kunwari, wala nang natira, na-cancel out na lahat. So, 0 na agad, hindi po. Understood po, 1. So, ayan, this will be our final answer. So, what's next? So, after we multiply rational algebraic expressions, so we will be dividing rational algebraic expressions. So, yung rule po dito sa division, hindi po siya nalalayo sa rule ng multiplication. So, meron lang po siyang idadagdag pa na na-apply naman sa divisions of fractions. So, na i-discuss ko sa ating video lessons. So, I hope naging clear yung ating discussion sa multiplication of rational algebraic expressions. So, wag po natin kakalimutang mag-share, mag-like, tsaka mag-subscribe. So, para po maging updated po kayo sa aking mga susunod pang mga video lessons. And then, thank you po sa lahat ng mga nanonood at manunood pa ng aking mga video lessons. God bless po sa ating lahat. Maraming salamat po.